We continue to learn more about the presidential candidates' tax plans, but our next guest says that regardless of who wins the election, both plans could face resistance on Capitol Hill. Joining us right now is Stifel Chief Washington Policy Strategist Brian Gardner. And Brian, let me just throw this out there. We've been looking at the tax policies, trying to figure out what's on. We've had multiple people from each of those campaigns come to us and tell us, don't listen to what the candidates are actually saying. It's not what they're really going to do. How do you figure out what the tax plan is and how you score any of this?
You're just kind of groping through the dark. That's the problem of this campaign. There's not a lot of detail. There's not a lot of specificity. And we saw it yesterday with Donald Trump just putting out a tweet about the SALT deduction, the state and local tax deduction, just throwing it out kind of willy-nilly. So, what exactly is in, out of the plans? It's tougher than usual to figure out what both candidates are really standing for. What is clear is there is a dual competition, both of them, to pander as much as possible. This is that's always part of politics. That's nothing new, but they're taking to Olympic levels, right? You guys had the Olympics on over the summer. These guys are getting gold medals in pandering.
So trying to dig through all of that with that huge number of grains of salt that you take all of this with, how do you break it down? What do you tell clients when they're asking you what this means, what's likely to make it through Congress, what's not? And we don't even know what the makeup of Congress is going to be. I don't know how much faith you can put in the polls at any of this at this point. It seems pretty confusing.
So, I look at the big picture items, and really the big picture is that there are sunsets from the 2017 tax law at the end of 2025. And that is going to drive a debate, regardless of whether it's Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, that drives the debate. And we can be relatively sure that it's going to be a closely divided Congress, whether it's formally split House and Senate. We kind of know that the Senate's going to be 51-49, maybe 52-48 at the most. The House, 10 seats either way. And so that just dictates that whatever happens with that tax debate, not to mention that you have a $35 trillion debt, and both tax plans would add to the debt, that constrains what will be done. So we're kind of honing in on what the likely outcomes are. And the likely outcomes are extending, at least short term, maybe a little bit longer term, some of the expiring provisions, but with some changes as well.
But Brian, the SALT stuff was in the 2017. So did you do the math? If we extend all the 2017 tax cuts, and part of the way that they weren't quite as bad on the deficit was because of the SALT. So,
Joe, despite what your doctor's telling you, salt is good for you. The cap on the salt is good for you.
It's not good for me, but it's good. It was good for the government. It was good for the government. If you put salt, if you take off the salt caps and extend,
you're probably in the $6 trillion range for 10 years.
See, that's bad. It would be good for me, but I'm starting to think if we're going to do this crazy green stuff where we build 2 charging stations for $40 billion, and if we're going to, give Intel money when they're, going down the tubes, if we're going to do all this, we spend so much money to get to $35 trillion on terrible stuff. I'm ready to get my salt cap back off. Just give me some. I want some. Look, if we're going to blow out the deficit, give it at least something good should come from it.
And that's fine. Maybe that's what Trump was getting at. If we're going to go down this road and the debt doesn't matter, then just blow it all up. And that's kind of
don't you want your salt back?
That's always been the Trump mantra, blow it all up.
Look,
the Trump people love that idea.
I worry about how much we're spending. I worry about what they.
Well, if we're going to spend it anyway on the transition to, I
don't think any of this stuff gets passed. I don't think SALT comes back because it was such a political issue that came at the time.
I want mine.
When we're talking about debt and deficits, what drives the debt and deficit still is the entitlement side. It's not so much the annual spending debate. It's the entitlement debate. And that is a verboten topic for both campaigns. And that's the bigger problem in the debt and deficit.
Not Medicare and Social Security, because Social Security is that's
It's about to run out of money within 10 years. That they cannot pay 100%
you can fix that.
Of
You can fix that
benefit.
in certain ways. But what it is the unfunded safety net stuff that we do, which is now out of control. It used to be $7,000, I don't know, 30 years ago. It's $64,000 now. That was the point.
No,
man,
I mean,
talking about Medicaid, food stamps, all those things.
When you look at
$3 billion
entitlements,
in
revenue
deficit.
on the entitlement side, revenues do not keep pace with outlays.
Right.
It's very clear.
Right, but it's not just Medicare and Social Security. Even more concerning.
Those are the big drivers.
Medicaid and all that other stuff.
70% of the annual outlays from the government are interest on the debt, Social Security, Medicare, and that's becoming a bigger piece of the overall pie. That's the driver. The other stuff is not the driver. The annual discretionary spending is not the driver of debt and deficits.
Brian, we've got to go, but we've got Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, joining us later. What would you ask him?
I guess what Plan B is. I mean, I think it's a good plan, actually, to get the bill on the floor today, rip the Band-Aid off. If the bill is going to lose, and everybody knows what the end game is, which is the Senate's going to pass a clean CR and the House will be forced to accept it. How long does he want to keep the House in session? Because I think there are vulnerable Republicans who really want to get home to campaign. They don't want to be in Washington talking about this stuff.
Brian, check this out. It was a week ago. Phil Gramm and Jody Arrington. Welfare is what's eating the budget. Means-tested programs, not Medicare and Social Security, are what's behind today's massive debt. And if you look
I'm a huge Phil Gramm fan. I think he was fantastic.
Did you see this piece?
And I think the analysis was wrong.
Well, so Social Security, Medicare will become a drain, but at this point, it's the means-tested social welfare spending that is by far and away. It absorbs 72.6% of the unobligated general revenue.
What was wrong with the analysis?
Yeah, you can't argue with it. It's all just numbers.
No, I think what they're missing is that over time that revenues really have been keeping pace, have failed to keep pace on the entitlement side. I don't think they're identifying the correct matchups of revenues and spending.